Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you guys are all having a great day. So in today's video, I thought that it would be cool to kind of show you guys all of the custom dials that I have on my camera and how I have it set up that works best for me in real estate photography. Oh. Okay. Because I'm photographing non-moving subjects like real estate and properties, homes, I'm not too worried about changing my settings all the time, so everything that I have set up is within a thumb's reach. I don't have to worry about changing this and changing that. I can leave my settings just how they are for pretty much every single day. So with that all being said, let's just start to talk about it. For my C1 button, I have that set to focus mode. Now I typically leave this setting at single shot because I'm shooting real estate and non-moving subjects. I don't need to have continuous autofocus hunting and making sure that it's capturing this eye and a misfocus there. I'm just doing single shot, one picture at a time. That's what works best for real estate. When I do my odd portrait shoot, maybe once a month, then I change it to continuous autofocus so that I'm always capturing those moments. For my C2 button, that's my focus area. Now I typically leave this on wide because I'm doing real estate photography. I want to do everything I can to make sure that the whole image is in focus, and setting my focus area at wide does exactly that. My C3 button is set at eye autofocus. Now because I don't do portraits that often, that's why this button is a little bit far away because I don't typically use it that often, but when it's needed, it's right there. My C4 button, that's what I have set to crop mode. If I'm ever in a situation where I need a little bit more out of my lens, like a little bit more range, I can click my C4 button and enter crop mode and I get that extra range. Now I understand that I can crop in post, but this helps me visualize exactly what I'm doing, and then it helps save me time in post because I'm not worried about cropping then. I'm just doing everything in camera. When you take a picture in crop mode, yes, the file sizes are a little bit smaller, but I've never really found that to be an issue. So as I am editing this video, I actually found out that I missed a section. So the AEL button on the back of my camera, I actually have that set to a silent shooting mode. I don't really use that mode too often. It's not really needed for me in real estate. It's not, my camera making noises is not a big issue, but I have used it in certain situations where I've taken photos at a wedding or any sort of public speaking event where what someone's saying is super important and you don't want the camera shutter noise to be going off. They just want total silence. Some places actually require it. I've never encountered that, but I have heard of it. But yeah, just thought I'd throw this in there because in the middle of editing, I did notice that I did not say anything about it. So AEL button, silent shooting mode, and moving on. Just moving the dial on the back, that's what I have set to adjust my ISO. I find that just making it the dial really just saves you that one extra step from clicking ISO and then adjusting it. I'm just all about efficiency. If I can just move the dial and change the setting, that's perfect. When I click the left side of my dial, that's what I have set to drive mode. Now I typically leave my drive mode at 2 seconds because 99% of the time I'm using a tripod. When I click the shutter, I just want to avoid camera shake. So that 2-second timer is the best for that. Now when I'm doing portraits, I will change my drive mode to continuous shooting so that I'm getting all those moments in between and I'm getting those laughing moments and more of that candid moments. That's the word, candid moments. I have the right click on my dial set for picture profile. For video, I have my picture profile set, and that's what I like it. I don't have to worry about adjusting it too much. And for photos, I just find that no picture profile works great for me. The center button I have set for white balance. Now with real estate photography, the best setting for white balance is definitely leaving it on auto. You don't want to be messing around with room colors too often. You want to properly represent the home, not give anyone who's going to view the property a misrepresentation of the colors of the home. I don't really adjust white balance that often, but if I ever do, it's right there for me. I have the shutter and the aperture dial set at default, so I just find that's what works best for me. The shutter is what I adjust most in real estate photography, so having that right where my thumb is along with all the other settings, it works best for me. And the aperture with just my index finger, it's been great so far, can't complain. Now for the custom dials. I have my custom dial 1 set to 4K 24 frames per second, and my custom 2 dial is set for 4K video at 30 frames per second. Some of you who might know video might wonder why I don't have 60 frames per second, like, oh my god, you're not slowing down your footage enough for real estate. I understand, I get it. Now with the Sony A7 III, the 4K video only goes up to 24 and 30 frames per second. I can absolutely shoot videos at 1080p 60 frames per second and then slow it down in post, but I want to push my camera to the best that it can be. I want to get the best quality out of it. So I do shoot my real estate videos at 24 frames per second. I just make sure that with my gimbal movements, I'm just moving super slow, super steady, and making sure that my footage is just clean and easy. If I ever do need some slow-mo footage, I can simply just put my camera in the 4K 30 and I can slow that footage down 20%. The 4K 30 does have a little bit of a crop to it, but that's totally fine for video. I'm not too concerned about that. If you guys are more interested in my breakdown of video and how I have my camera set and what settings I fully use for my video, let me know below if you guys would be interested in that video. But yeah, that about wraps it up for today's video. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and I hope you guys did learn something. The best part about having a camera that has custom dials on it is that you can adjust it to whatever meets your needs and whatever you find best. That's what's so great about everyone's camera. There are some times I've held my friend's camera and I want to adjust something and I click one button, it's not my settings. I just feel so lost. But if you guys did learn something new today and you did enjoy today's video, I'd love it if you hit that like button and then you hit that subscribe button. We are growing this community and I want to grow this channel. I want you guys to be a part of it, and I want to help you guys feel more comfortable with photography and holding a camera in your hands and just really showing you just how great photography is. So with all that being said, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!